Fight with father. He blocks Stefan's way. Ponder's voice fills the dark crypt. Demand that your brother step back. Head of your family is your father, Robert Brante, and so it will be as long as he lives. Could your brother have forgotten that it is part of the noble lot to acknowledge and honor seniority? Your father is a man who must hear and accept your ancestors' will. Stefan tries to maintain his composure, but even in the dark you can see his face twitch. Brother, you don't understand. I'm not defying father's seniority, but I am the man who bears this duty to our grandfather. I cannot remain a mere witness while the future of our blood tide runs through our fingers. You resolutely push your brother to one side. Whether he wants to or not, he will give way to the head of the family. The other catches his breath and approaches grandfather's tomb. So, it's you, Robert. Have you come to disappoint me yet again? Stefan is right. I have not put my hopes in you for quite some time. If anyone will lead the Brante family to glory, it will be my grandson. Stefan clenches his fists and whispers something to himself. I'm doing my utmost, father. We are closer to becoming nobles of the sort than ever before. The overseer looks upon us with favor. Just a couple more years, and your dream will come true. This must be a dream too, Robert. But you still cater to your fondlings, Lydia and Gloria, risking a permanent blemish upon the Brante name. My name! Dead though I may be, my will lives on. He did at last. Get rid of that parasite glory and devote yourself to your true family. Otherwise, you will lead our family to shame and ruin. Father hesitates for a moment. No, father, this is impossible. Even if I must defy your will, I am responsible for Gloria. My honor and my conscience will not allow me to do what you demand. You must accept this, or keep on fighting me for all eternity. The voice of your deceased ancestor fades away. He seems to have left this realm, but then his voice suddenly booms from the other side of the crypt. Stefan, you are the heir of this family. Your duty by blood is to earn us a place in eternity. Do not take after your spineless father. Do what must be done. Cleanse our family of wickedness. Stefan is shivering. He replies in an unsteady voice. But Gloria, I can't. Stefan checks himself. I will do my duty to my family, Sir Gregor. Whatever the price, I will pay it. The crypt is completely silent once more. You are alone again. You see tears glistening on Stefan's face. Without uttering a word, he goes outside. Father claps his arms firmly around you. You feel him let out a sigh of sorrow and relief. The vigil is over. Great, we have peace now. Just a few days into the year, Mayor Egmont, chairman of the Lesser Quorum and owner of several silver mines, made a speech that caused quite a stir in the province. Though a commoner, Egmont has had the goal to demand that the Magran authorities both enforce and obey imperial law. What's the use of imperial laws if they aren't enforced as they should be? Even today, any exotic nobleman who gets up on the wrong side of the bed can draw his sword and run a commoner through with impunity. These gentlemen may be our rulers, but does this mean they can defy the emperor's will? Sir Elborne has been appointed to enforce the rule of law in Magra. How come the prefect doesn't see this? We commoners aren't trying to seize the noble lot and take over the province, but the rule of tradition is a thing of the past. This is the age of dynasties. We may not all be equal in its eyes, but even the nobles and clergy must obey the law. Magran aristocracy is furious with Egmont. He demands that he be silenced, but the rich industrialist has too much money and too many connections to be dealt with so easily. You hear more and more rumors about secret societies of commoners appearing in the city plotting against noble rule. The gentry fears that Egmont and his peers might be behind this, but they have no proof, at least for now. Father Leonard, abbot of the Temple of the Silver Tree and leader of the New Believers, supports Egmont and has spoken publicly in his favor. The twins themselves entrusted the noble estate with the right to rule of the common folk, but rulers must also care for their subjects. The old faith is mistaken. No commoner should ever be forced to suffer. It is for this very reason that the imperial law exists. It is there to ease the people's suffering. May those laws be duly enforced, and may the royal people of the empire struggle for power. Commoners gonna be in more winning position now. Mod is not good. A little bit less in its unrest. Well, for Magra. Security, not affluence. Okay. It is another day at the prefecture. A secretary peeks into the office with a message from the prefect. There is a new case he wishes you to handle. You put away your quill and walk to Sir Elborne's office. To your surprise, he happens to have an hour visit already. There is a graceful figure sitting across from your immediate superior, none other than Octavia Milanides. After all the times you have met her in the capital, you expect the Archduke's daughter to be brilliantly, lavishly dressed, but her appearance today is modest and formal, with a high-necked dress and a strict bun. However, her demure attire only serves to emphasize her role as a distinguished visitor to the prefecture. You bow to the prefect, a noble Erknian lady. Octavia offers you a curt greeting and returns to the conversation you have interrupted. This matter can brook no delay, Baron Important. The young judge may well wait outside. Nonetheless, Sir Elborne insists that you come in and take a seat. Oh, worry not, Brante. You aren't interrupting us at all. Lady Milanides, I was scheduled to meet with Sir Brante at this very hour. I regret to inform you that your visit was perhaps somewhat unfortunately timed. Octavia rises from the soft, high-backed chair. The unerknian lady now stands tall, elegant, and indignant. You're out of line, Sir Elborne. Archduke Milanides has graced you with a representative from his dynasty, and you will listen to what I have to say this instant. The Archduke has expressed concern over your manner of governance at the prefecture. You have always been headstrong and eager to infringe upon the freedoms of your own noble estate. But now it appears you find it acceptable to conduct proceedings against our own loyal subjects. Our dynasty has already seen many loyal nobles of the sort arrested or faced with punishment in court. Where will this lead? Do you mean to enforce your lowly laws against us Erknians? do not forget that those laws were written to keep low-born humans in check. Our lives have always been governed by noble honor and tradition, as well as a blood tie that is our heritage. Our only justice is the court of honor. The only rule above us is that of our sovereign, the emperor, and the twins. Our only duty is to our king and our forefathers. My ancestor Charmilanides himself granted the boon of nobility to you humans. It would be most unwise to make me regret his decision of old. In the name of Archduke Milanidas, I demand that you end all proceedings against our subject at once. The reborn acknowledged Lady Octavia's vehement speech with a calm smile, and nothing else. He shows no trepidation, no tremor, no fear. Even though the lady across from him represents one of the empire's mightiest dynasties. Lady Milanidas, the twins have graced the blessed Archnean lineage with the boon of long life, yet the world can be quick to change at times. The laws of the empire now govern the nobles of the mantle and even the nobles of the sword, along with the common estate. This particular change is not as recent as it might seem. The laws of the empire are the decrees of the emperor himself, the twins' chosen supreme sovereign. His laws are his will, which is, as you said yourself, the only rule above us, and that means all of us, from a highborn Archnean to the lowliest commoner. Presently, the emperor's representative in our province is Overseer Gaius Tempest. Like this prefecture in its entirety, I am simply obeying the overseer's will and the laws of the empire. Then pray tell me, Baron Alborne, who is your own sovereign and protector? He is none other than my father, Archduke Milanidas. You swore him an oath of fealty and vassalage. It is your duty to follow his word and will, or do you wish for the Archduke himself to address you directly? I tell you, cease this harassment of our loyal noble subject at once. I will not leave until this order is carried out. Why, Lady Milanidas? I'm afraid this is quite impossible. As a servant of the Empire and Imperial Overseer Gaius Tempest, it is my duty to enforce the law. Now, if you will excuse me, Sir Brante and I have urgent matters to discuss. The gaze of Archduke's daughter is locked with the prefects in a silent struggle. Each expects the other to back down first, but then Octavia suddenly turns toward you. But I believe the young judge has more in him than blind obedience. Surely you are able to distinguish a rightful claimant from a threat to the province. Are you not? Silence resounds within the prefect's office. They're both waiting for you to speak, and we can diffuse the situation. Octavia knows who you are, and this gives you an opportunity to diffuse the dispute and keep the prefect safe from her ire. Oh, so lucky we have this diplomacy. It's bad, so we didn't win exactly in the tournament. So we can as well side with Octavia. You assert the right of Archduke's daughter to defend her noble subjects, or support Alborna. You assist the prefect in deflecting Octavia's demands. So what will you choose?